Welcome everybody to the bonus episode for Monster Hunter Tri. In the last episode, we defeated the final boss, and that's about it. We beat the game. We defeated the final boss, and this episode is mainly one monster we haven't fought yet. I was debating on how many bonus episodes I should make for this game. This is going to be called a bonus episode because I don't need to do this episode per se, but I want to kind of because this is a monster we missed, which is the Agnactor, which I still want to do. All of these urgent quests, they are not really that interesting. It's mostly, you know, monsters teaming up. Which is okay, I guess. But these are all monsters we fought before. And here's the thing, I was debating if I should show some of this in a bonus episode, or I should show all of this in a bonus episode. But I decided against that. We are just going to move on to Agnactor. And then I'm going to play through the online. At least until we get different new monsters that I'm really going to show you. I made a bunch of polls on my Twitter. If you haven't noticed, I'm making a bunch of polls on Twitter. So I made a poll if I should show the entire online thing, or if I should just, you know, do the monsters that we haven't fought yet. And people decided that we will just do the monsters we haven't fought yet. So that's the thing. I will do these at a later time for myself. Especially this one. I would love to have a ice switch axe for this one. I would love to have a fire switch axe for this one and stuff. So I'm going to probably be doing these after the thing. I don't know if this unlocks something new for the village. If it does, I'm going to show you and I'm going to make another bonus episode. So that's about it. Let's hunt an Agnactor. As you can see, I made the let's look at our equipment. I made the Zeadeus weapon with water element. So at least we have a water element switch axe right now. It's not the best switch axe, but it gets the job done, especially with our elements up armor. So yeah, let's go Hunter Agnactor, and I'm going to send you off after the fight. I don't know. Everything with the dragon things give me a health up, so I'm just using those. Although I don't need really dragon resistance, but somehow that works usually, so I'm doing those. I haven't played this game in a bit. I'm going to talk to you about what comes next on the channel after we've done the Agnactor fight. There's a ton of stuff going on, and I really love this game. So I'll definitely go play this online, but I don't know how much time I can commit to this. The problem is there's too many Monster Hunter games that I still want to play. So I can't really commit to one of them too heavily. Which is a kind of sad state of affairs, but it's what this all boils down to. Here we go. Agnactor is such a cool monster. Let's see if we can beat this one. There we go. So yeah, once its skin hardens, it's hard to actually hit it. You need to wait until it does a fire move in order to weaken its skin a bit. It has the typical Leviathan build like Lagiacrus. And yeah, once it enters the lava, it also starts glowing, so... yeah... I'm a little bit rusty on the game. So I hope we can actually beat this. Paintball. Why not? Here we go. Also, yeah, the beams are cool and the clacking sounds, like, that's what we know from Agnactor. It's sad that it didn't get a Rise release. I know why they didn't get one, like... I feel like it would be hard for them to make him a really good fight in the way Rise worked. It would need a lot of reworking in order to make this work. This controller doesn't feel as good as before, for some reason. So yeah, this is going to be the last episode of Offline Monster Hunter Tri, which is kind of sad. But I get it. Let's break some of its parts. That attack is extremely hard to dodge, since it's kind of random. I said kind of. Oh, come on. Thought I could iframe through that. Nectar. Oh, come on, weirdo. I hate these Renoplos so much. Also, that attack is crazy to dodge, that one where it kind of flies at you, where it's in the lava and slides towards you, because it actually tracks where you're going. And it tries to go directly in front of you, so you need to stop yourself. Come on. I'm doing really, really poorly. Also, Agnako does a ton of damage for some reason. I'm still not used to this game yet. Coming back from 4U to this game is actually kind of challenging. Because everything feels slower, you know? Where is it? Oh yeah. Let's try to get in there. Here we go. Let's pump it full of elements. Oh, come on. Oh, seriously? Come on. I'm getting kind of good at dodging these. It's still pretty hard to get a good, consistent damage window into Agnaktor. Come on. Like, as you can see, the fight is pretty intense, and it's hard to get too much damage in immediately. You shouldn't stay directly in front of it. And the hitboxes are as bad as any other monster in this game, so you can cut off the tail if you rail on it hard enough, which is something I want to do. I don't know what kind of materials I need for the Magnaco Switch X, but I would like to make it at one point. It's probably looking sick. Go. And now the cooling effect's gone. We already went through one entire cool drink with this one. So yeah, you can break off all sorts of things on a Gnactor. All of the glowy parts you can mostly break up to become smaller. Doesn't really do much, but yeah, it's a thing you can do. I think that was the head. Go. The most important part about every monster in this game is learning the patterns and when you can actually go in. To be honest, that's why I don't like 4U as much. I don't know why, but the patterns seem all scuffed in 4U. It's not that much of a learning experience for me. I don't know why. I don't know why I never get the same sensation that I have with Try. Why I don't get that in For You, but for some reason I don't know, it seems less of a pattern recognition and learning thing than it is a, I don't know, maybe it's because it's sped up. To me, it just feels like in For You, the monsters don't give you, like, really good windows. Come over here. Our best Clap Clap boy. Here we go. That's the tail. At least one thing done. Oh yeah, in this area he has special attacks because he can actually go through the roof as well. Oh my god. That one is ruthless. The fight is really, really well designed, by the way. Like, you'd think it gets annoying. But it really doesn't. Like, it's not like Uragan where the fight just gets annoying after a while because he does the same 3 attacks all the time. Let's attack the chest for a bit. Try to break this off. Like an actor has a varied moveset, not like Uragan, where, you know, it basically does a chin attack all the time. Like an actor has a pretty varied moveset that it uses to its full potential. Oh, we got a tail, which is good. Which is what I wanted. I don't know exactly what materials I need for Switch X. I could have looked that up beforehand, but that kind of ruins the fun of it all. Need a paintball. Here we go. I usually use paintballs. I think I've said it before. I like using paintballs because it gives me an easier time with some of the monsters. Because tracking them is kind of a pain sometimes. Especially Rathalos, but there's all sorts of monsters that give me a hard time tracking them. And even monsters like Agnactor has like 3 or 4 areas where you can go to. And it makes it just easier to track down a monster. But that's the chest. And both subquests done. Cool. Let's see how much more damage a Gnactor can take. I remember it not having too much HP. It's just annoying to fight because it moves around so much. And yeah. It's a really solid fight. Like, moving around isn't really that much of a detriment to a monster. As you've seen with Barrier, you can still get a really good fight even with a monster that's moving a lot. I'm gonna take a cool drink and then heal up with herbs. We're running out of healing items, so I hope it starts limping soon. We might trap this one because I want better quest rewards. I've been starting to trap monsters and making more traps recently. Because I have so much honey now that it's not funny anymore. That I really don't need it anymore. Fuck me. Yeah, that's not just playing good. Sometimes I have a huge problem when I'm committing to attacks that I probably shouldn't be committing to. But that's a me thing, I think. Sometimes I'm trying to get too much damage in. I'm trying to get another attack in before... Oh, come on. That's just plain unfair. Yeah, this monster is not easy. Let's just do it like this. I don't know if has this been the first time we've knocked it down? Maybe. I mean, firing your beam won't help you from my attacks. That's the second knockdown, huh? I think you can break off the fins on its back. But that's a really, really difficult thing to do. It's moving to area 8. I don't know if it's... It left the area pretty quickly, so I'm not sure if it's actually already in a state where we can capture it or not. We just need to use the wait and see approach for now. You're angry, huh? Take this paintball. Not paintball. Flash bomb. Questionable hitbox on that one, but you know, I'm not going to fault the older game for questionable hitboxes. Questionable hitboxes are just something that people complain about in newer games, I have a feeling. And I think that's how it should be. The old games, yeah, they couldn't calculate such generous hitboxes. So yeah, it's limping. I knew I didn't have to use a whetstone for this one, but I don't care. When Agnactor is done, it moves to Area 10. It's the only monster that rests in Area 10. Obviously because it can just dive to it, like it did. A monster doesn't have to go through Area 9. Each other monster would have to go through Area 9 or be Rathalos. I don't know, does Rathalos move to Area 10? I'm not sure anymore. Maybe. I don't remember, to be honest. So yeah, we're going to trap this one for this time. I'm going to show you how to do it. You just usually wait until the monster is asleep, then trap, throw a trap. Then throw trank bombs at it, and it's done. That's an Agnactor for you. And we almost recorded a full episode, so that's great. I love Agnactor. It's a really, really great addition to the monster roster that should come back. Hopefully soon. I hope for Monster Hunter 6 they can actually figure something out with Leviathan models and bring them back. I mean, they kind of did with Sunbreak, but they couldn't bring back Lagi or Agnactor. I hope they figure something out. Let's see what we got. Scales, shell, and hide. Scarab. Hide, scale, and another scale. That's it. That's all quests in Moga Village done, except the urgent quests. Which I'm going to do later once I have been in the online aspect for a bit. Here we go. Back in Moga Village. Nothing has changed because we beat the story. No one's going to talk to us about anything. Let's see if we can make the switch axe. We cannot. Huh. Maybe it's a online switch axe only. So, yeah. That could be the case. If that is the case, I'm not going to bother. I could make this one, by the way. I fought another Uragan and got a Uragan jaw. I need 2 of them to make both of these, but I wouldn't bother at this moment. So, really? Really? Okay. No Agnactor weapons and anything? Okay. If you say it like this. So, what comes next on the channel? I recorded a new episode for You, just yesterday. For You will continue on the channel. I'm going to talk about how we will continue For You in the For You episodes, in detail. For You will continue on the channel for now. I need to set up Monster Hunter Dose. The poll decided what the next Monster Hunter game should be, and I will be continuing my Monster Hunter Dose playthrough. The problem is that one takes a long time to produce, and I'm going to record them in between the Monster Hunter 4U episodes. Obviously, La Mulana continues as normal. I'm debating if I should play La Mulana 2 right after, but I want to take a short break from La Mulana, I think, after beating 1. So La Mulana will continue in between Monster Hunter episodes. Monster Hunter for you will get another chance to shine pretty soon. And then after I'm going to record more Monster Hunter Dose. What we will do with this game, I'm going to go into the online if I have the time. Time is always a problem with me, and this offline playthrough was really great for that. This offline playthrough has really been great to record because it's a concise story. You don't have to grind too much. It's really great to have these kinds of games, and yeah. The online I'm going to play for a bit, and then I'm going to record a bunch of episodes playing the online monsters we haven't seen before, and then I'm going to cap it off at one point. I'm going to suspend the game for now. This is the final episode for the game. The online aspect will come at a later date when I feel like it. As always, I can't do the online consistently, obviously. So that's about it. For you continues right after this episode in the next time slot. And when I have time, I will continue playing Monster Hunter Dose. Monster Hunter Dose requires a ton of grinding right now, and I'm not sure I can handle this so much. It requires a ton of grinding. The gameplay loop is really fun, but it's so much grinding, and yeah, I can't continue that consistently. So yeah, I think that's about it. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you all for watching. If you want to see more Monster Hunter content on the channel, please engage with the channel, like and subscribe. It helps me out a fuck ton to have people actually care about my content. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, goodbye.